Hey guys, we're going to do a 25-minute tutorial of Tradingview. This is where you're going to be doing all of your charting. So let's just start back. We're going to go to tradingview.com. You're going to get a screen that looks like this. Now, it is a free site, but if you want more indicators, or we want to do some more things, I think it's like $20 a month. It's not that bad. But I mean, for years, I got away with the free version. So, don't let them bully you into it if you don't need it. Again, I'm just going to introduce myself. My name is Daniel. I am the president of Trader Daddy New York. We have been educational consultants in the financial field and trading fields here for over 10 years, teaching over 3,000 students and clients. Stocks, options, forex, futures, crypto. We have 6 instructors, so we can cover a wide range. So this is TradingView. I remember using TradingView, for real-time quotes back in 2012 when I first started as a financial advisor, working at a trading desk. So this is where if you didn't want to have to pay for all the big software, you would just go here. Still pretty good. This is the 2025 version, so I'm going to be bringing you through that. Now, you're going to click on that search thing. So if you missed it, it's right here. Search markets here. You're going to click on it. Then you're just going to look up a stock. So let's just look up Apple. Okay. You're going to click on Apple or launch chart, whichever one. Okay. So if I were to start from the way beginning, if you wanted to look up a stock, okay, you would come up here to the left, you would click this, and you would type in a stock. So let's just say NVIDIA, then you would click on it. Okay. These are just the drawings and stuff that I made on here, some of the things you can do. Over here, you have a watch list. To add a stock to your watch list, go up here, add symbol, click, and you can then add a stock to your watch list. For example, I'm not sure if I have Amazon. I don't, so I would add it with this plus sign right here. Now it's going to be added to my watch list. That's one of the first things you need to do is have a good watch list. So that's my watch list right above my head right here. And you can scroll and quickly check up on all of your stocks. And the same thing on your phone. It's a great app as well. Now, you can add certain indicators, okay? You go up here to indicators. You can go to relative strength index. Let's just say, add it. Now it's on the bottom right here. If you want to change certain things about your indicator, you can right click on the line and either remove it or I think I'm looking for how to change it. So it would be over here. So we're going to right click on this. This button right here is settings. That's the same thing for every indicator. Click on settings. I can now make the length maybe 9 if I wanted to. Okay. Now that'll change this out. I could always go to settings, make colors, whatever I want. And that's the same thing for almost every indicator. Okay. Now let's say I want to get rid of this. Usually I just go to this trash can right here, delete plain, or you can just remove indicators. But I removed all my indicators actually. So that'll be pretty interesting. Now I could just show you from the beginning. Also, you could right click and you can remove up to 15 drawings. So now we have a fresh chart. So now I'm going to add back my indicators. I use moving averages. So let's just say moving average, simple, okay? Now I'm going to click this, 1, 2, 3. You're going to see the moving averages are always going to be on the left-hand side. Your indicators are usually on the bottom on your left-hand side. Here, I went up here. Over here is settings. You're going to go to inputs. You're going to put a 20. And then I'm going to put in style. I like this to be sort of this like purple. And I'm going to leave this as is. The next one, I'm going to go down. I'm going to go to settings, inputs. I'm going to go to 50, style. I'm going to make the line thicker right here. And I am going to make this blue. Now the last one down here, I'm going to go to inputs, 200. I'm going to make this yellow up here. I'm going to make it even thicker because it's a bigger one. You'll always make different types of lines here, but this is what we're going to go with. Visibility too. You can also have them in different time frames. Okay, so now we have all of our moving averages, right? Let's say we wanted to go to a different time frame. This is the daily time frame. Let's say we wanted to go to a 4-hour time frame. That's going to be up here. So this is every candle is now 4 hours. Every candle is now 1 hour. So this is now if I want to readjust the chart, you can go over here and double click regularly and it readjusts it for you. Or you can come down here and you can just readjust it how you like and move it around. Just grab the chart, move it around. Now, if you want to change the colors and everything, you can always right click. Let's right click up here. And you can go to settings and yeah, you can do all the colors here for your chart. But now let's go back to our time frames up here. I can go to the 1 minute. Let's double click here to bring this back. Okay, now let's say we want to see something moving because it's at night where I am right now in New York. So this is gold, spot gold. So this is gold futures, and you can actually see it moving. And this is what it looks like while it's moving, because this is the 1 minute chart. Okay, so each candle is 1 minute. I know it might be going a little fast here, but I do want to cover a lot of things. You can always watch this back. But you can see here, you know, this actually does start to move in real time on the 1 minute or 5 minute chart because it's one candle for 1 minute. See it moving up. All right, so now that we're fascinated with that, we have our moving averages. We're going to start to draw. So let's just go back to NVIDIA. Okay, now I'm going to go back to a daily time frame, which means one candle per 1 minute. Okay, now let's say I want to draw a trend line. These are where the trend lines are. You could push this arrow here, trend line, or you could do Alt-T. Same thing. I like to do trend lines because you can click and then drag it across, okay? Just like that. Now, I can also draw a trend line here. Okay. This should be a channel. Or another way to do that would be right-click on the line. You can clone it. Now I have a line that's exactly the same size, and I can now move that to my liking over here maybe if I want. Okay, so those are trend lines. If you just want to draw a horizontal line that goes all the way across, you can just you can just put a horizontal line here. Right, let's say I want to put one here, more serious horizontal line. You could put all types of lines here. Okay. I mainly do moving averages and trend lines, but again, all your indicators that you could think of, you can just search for them here. It'll pop up somewhere on the screen. Your Fibonacci is here, or your Fibonacci is here, rather. You could draw a retracement. Shows you different lines, support and resistance lines for any type of retracement. So try to match that up with your trend lines and other price levels, and hopefully there's some confluence there. So that's a Fibonacci. You go bottom to top or top to bottom if the price has gotten really, really high. A good example of that, let's just say, would be SoundHound. Went up a lot recently. Getting ahead of myself. Fibonacci would be from here all the way to here. Then we can see that that's halfway, okay? So price did get down and stopped right at that 61 level. See how price stopped right there? And that's where the moving average is. So that's an important point. And then price went up from there, right? So that's kind of interesting. Now, let's say if I want to make a trade, right? You're going to go over here to forecasting, long position. Let's say I want to make my trade from here to here and then put a stop loss below this moving average. Okay, so now it shows me my risk reward is about 2.94. So I make a little bit, you know, now it's 3.6. You can play around with this. You can make your target wherever you want. Remember, guys, TradingView is more for the drawing part. and chart analyzing and the technical analysis. You can hook up your brokers here. That would be on the bottom. I have it right now as a stock screener. So for a stock screener, you could just, it'll look like this stock screener. There's also a crypto one, but you could come over here and you can see the change of today. You can see the best performing stocks of the day. Okay, now I have some filters, I believe, or I don't have them here right now. So let's just say I want my market cap to be at 300 million. That takes out all the penny stocks. Okay, now we have the best ones from today. Now, if I the other way around change, it shows me the worst ones for today. So that's just a quick little stock screener. Then we have our trading panel. You can connect through paper trading here, so you can practice your paper trading on here. We have different Forex and different options traders that you can connect it with. Webull, interactive brokers. People seem to like interactive brokers on here. So, but what I like to do personally, and this is just me, I like to do my drawing on here and then I execute on my broker separately. So usually I do it on my phone. But so, I'll do my charting here. But if you want it to have everything in one place, then, pick one of these as your broker, okay? And then you can sync it up to Tradingview, and you can do it like that. Replay trading is in with replay mode. You can do a couple of things here. You can replay, so you can cut back and say, I wonder what happens when it gets to this height right here. You can kind of test yourself and say, all right, did this keep going? What happened? And then you can play and you can see what happened afterwards. So you could test yourself going backwards. So again, that's replay. You can then cut it for a certain, now let's say you want it to, so let's go to replay and let's go down here. Now let's say you bought at this level and then push play. You could see how much money you would make, at certain levels. Right. I think that's just one share, to be honest. But it is kind of interesting to see how much money you could make in certain things. A lot of people use this to make their videos to kind of show you after the fact, what they made money-wise. So let's just get out of replay mode. Yes. Okay. And then we have a strategy tester. I don't really use any strategy testers, but a replay mode is a cool strategy tester. You can do some open source editing here. But again, I just use the stocks. I just use the stock screener for just overview, extended hours. We could see what the biggest change is right now. Okay, so again, if I want to drag over another stock, let's just say Snapchat, this will also save a lot of your drawings until you delete them. Okay, so I did this with two trend lines on the bottom and on the top. The E on the bottom is for earnings and revenue. It tells you the date it's going to come out. And if you want to learn more about the financials, you can just click more financials right here and it will bring up everything there is to know about it. Okay, growth and profitability. So now these lightning bolts are news events. Okay, so Snap had a price target maintained at $16 a share, which is good because it's only at 10 right now. It's a 60% rise. If you feel more artistic, you can draw certain things. So if I'm like, hey guys, look at this, that's where you want to be looking, and then it could go up here. Okay. Then you right click. No, you want to go back up here, across, right click, remove the last 5 drawings, and now we're back with no drawings. Okay, there's some other things you can do besides brush. You can do a highlighter, so you can do something like this. Okay, you can then right click, remove those drawings. You can do arrows. Okay, Also, this button is the undo button, so you can always just, or Control Z. You can also do more like geography, not geography. Um, the wrong word. Geometrical shapes. I'm sorry, it's getting a little bit late. If you want to highlight certain points here, and then you could move these around and be like, no, it's up here. Okay, size them up a little bit. So those are all your shapes. You could do a path, meaning it's going to go up, down, and back down again. Then maybe back up again. And you would right click to end your path. So that's the what I wanted to show arrow wise. That's cool. There's a bunch of different types of paths like that. Triangles and arcs and curves. You guys can all try that out on your own. This is where you would type things, price notes. You can leave notes to yourself. So you could say, something like maybe a note right there that says support. If you're a note person, you can leave little notes for yourself. So when you come back to this chart, it'll say that, okay? There's all types of different texts here. You can also do maybe just a text on top, and you can say, something like follow the trader daddy on social media or something like that. So important things that you want people to see, you can put right here. You could also emojis everywhere. Maybe this is a good support level that you recently did. You can make this bigger. A lot of people do, obviously, the rocket emoji, of course. I'm not even going to try to find that, but you know what I mean. It just looks like a rocket. There it is. I'm going to have to find the rocket somewhere. Found it. Something like that, right? So now the rocket's going up and we're all going to limit. Measurements are cool. You can measure from, let's say, here up to here is 17%. If I want to know, that's 15% to the next moving average. The next resistance is 20%. You can see how many days that might take. So that's just a nice little ruler that you have there. And honestly, those are the ones and then you can always lock all drawings in place. And this won't go anywhere unless you have it locked. You can always hide the drawings, hide all your indicators. And again, this is to zoom in to a certain point. If I wanted to just say zoom in on this right here, that's what that's for. But again, I rather just adjust it. The only one I didn't do was, yeah, these are kind of like the path lines. You can just kind of draw patterns. You can Elliott wave. You can do here to here to here to here to here to here. Maybe, from here. That's 5 movements basically in Elliott wave. So they have a bunch of those different types. And yeah, pretty much you can also put a pin on things. Something that's important. You can also take this as a crosshair or a dot or an arrow, whatever. If you push this button here, so how do we change stocks? Over here. All right, just want to retest you guys. Or we could press this to compare it. So a lot of people think this is to get a new stock. This is not how you do it. Okay, this is to compare. If we want to do Snap versus the SPX, now that is the S&P 500 versus Snapchat over the same period of time. So let's get rid of this, and now that's gone. Okay, our drawings are gone too. And again, this is candlesticks. You can use lines. Looks weird. Area. Whatever. If you put in volume, you can do regular volume, and you can go up here. That's how you hide your indicators. But if you right click on volume, you can always bring this to front. But what I want to do is, okay, so volume up here, then we're going to go to settings. Okay, then we are going to style, and we can do area. Now it's an area chart. See? So just different things you can do here. But honestly, you can set your alerts here. You can Alt A, create an alert. When it reaches a certain price, it'll go off on your computer. You can also do it on your phone. There's also websites that have really good alerts that will send you text messages. That's sort of what I do. And you can also make a template for each one, but usually it just saves what you have. For each one, you don't have to keep redoing the same thing for each one. If you have these moving averages, it'll, have it stay like that, or the volume. Usually on the free version, you only have two indicators so you can use that you can use before you have to pay for it. So, but I think it's fine to use two of them until you're comfortable. So, again, my name's Daniel. I am the president of TraderDaddy, thetraderdaddy.com. We have a trading group. We do one-to-one trading. You can reach out to us on Instagram at thetraderdaddy. Follow us. We're pretty active on there. Give this video a like if you found that this was helpful. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out or comment. Whatever easiest for you guys. All right. Thank you.